Let's start with you, Ava, about Barbie. We discussed this briefly yesterday, but it's been ratcheted up by Ryan Gosling's rage-filled statement about himself being nominated for an award at the Oscars, but not the two women who were basically behind the movie's success, Margot Robbie and Greta Gerwig. Here's my question. Why the hell should they have been nominated? I thought the movie was awful. I thought it was man-hating, patronising, anti-patriarchy nonsense from start to finish. I didn't think Margot Robbie, who I love and think is a brilliant actress, was very good in this. I thought he was probably the best of a bad bunch of acting performances. And Greta Gerwig, all right, she's a good director, but it really one of the best directed movies of the year. Do me a favour. There's a woman who has been nominated in the Best Director category who made a fantastic film, right? That's on merit. Why should, just because you make a silly movie attacking men using real-life dolls, why should you get any nomination?
Look, I have to
End
say,
of rant.
I was slightly confused why people were so upset and calling it misogynistic, because the other people who were nominated were women, so I wasn't quite understanding that. I also didn't understand the comparisons with Hillary Clinton. So a lot of people were saying that because, you know, this is why
she's compared herself to it.
She has. This is why we haven't had 8 years of Hillary Clinton, because people don't choose women. And I don't agree with that at all. However, what I would say is...
More women got nominated this year, apparently, than ever before.
What I would say is, perhaps there is a little bit of a spirit in the air, which is, you know, a little taste of... Do people just not really like what girls like?
Oh, it's
people,
nonsense.
You know, a lot of women really enjoyed that movie. A lot of men enjoyed that movie as well.
It got 8 other nominations.
And, you know, I guess the ultimate prize is the $1 billion that it made at the box office. But look, it was the most popular...
Do you know what's also made $1 billion at the box office? All 3 Jurassic Worlds.
And Fast and Furious.
One of the Star World.
Not won anything.
The Transformers nonsense.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Let me bring in Zuby. Zuby, where do you sit on Barbie Gate and this furore is erupting because Margot Robbie and Greta Gerwig have been snubbed? I don't think they should have ever been even considered.
I'm going to be as honest as I always am, and I really don't care.
Does it? OK, let me try and make you care. Do you think that the reaction to this snub is ludicrous or not?
Yeah, I think it's silly. I think we certainly have much bigger fish to fry as a society. From the precursory glance I've taken at articles, it does look like the movie did get 8 Oscar nominations. It just seems that people are mad that the director and Margot Robbie specifically didn't get nominations, but it looks like other people from the film did, including another one of the female actresses.
Yeah.
So, I think that the criticisms are silly, but also expected.
Kevin, where do you sit on this?
Well, we were told there's no Ken without Barbie, but there clearly will be at the Oscars.
But that's why I love it. That's why I love that Ken's getting the last laugh. They make him out to be a total numbskull in the movie. He's the downtrodden, oppressed guy who ends up getting dumped because she doesn't need a man. She can do it all herself. And you know what? Turns out Ken has the last laugh.
It's the middle of the film when he takes over. And of course, she has 2/3 of the film. He's got the middle third. But I can see from his point of view, it's a little bit embarrassing because the film's not called Ken.
Not.
Well, it would be like me being nominated for something that you 3 were involved in. I wouldn't give you a moment's thought. I'd just take the credit and practice my speech.
I think I've been very vocal about how much I despise Barbie as a lifelong Barbie fan. I don't think a single one of them should have been nominated for anything. Maybe the Razzies or something.
I thought it was a dreadful film.
But you know the thing is, they spent more money.
They
spent more money on the marketing than the production. Which should tell you everything you need to know.
Because what is the patriarchy?
But it wasn't for
what is
you.
it?
But the film wasn't for you.
Yes, it was for me, and I hated it.
We celebrate matriarchy, right? I celebrate the matriarchs in my family. Very strong women down every single generation. We celebrate the matriarchy. Why can't we celebrate strong men anymore?
Well, I have got the ick from Ryan Gosling, I have to say. I really don't understand why you would put out that statement. Do you know what it actually felt like?
It's embarrassing.
No, it was mansplaining. It was actually mansplaining.
No, because there are 2 types of feminists. There are 3 types of feminists. The ones that I like, who I identify with, which you just want equality of all, and that's great. Then there are the vengeful feminists who want to kill all men.
who don't shave.
And then there are the worst type of all, which are the weak, male, virtue-signalling feminists who pop up in all these things.
Just trying
and
to
I'm afraid
get
Gosling has fallen into this trap and try and position themselves as friend of the feminists. Oh, shut up, all of you.
He's being polite. He's made a film with these two women who are pretty successful in their.
So I've even got Zuby laughing there.
And they've got nothing, and he has got the nomination. The bloke
Because
has
he was
walked away.
he was the only tolerable part of that film. And sorry, this whole male feminist rant. Most male feminists are just trying to get laid, to be honest. So.